even further beyond!
Yes, sir. My name is Zakashi, and in this video, I've been testing the leader slot update, and I'm telling you, these teams I'm going to show you are toxic. They are toxic, bro. And if you want to get that edge over everybody else in PvP, these are teams I definitely recommend. It's ones I've been using this morning. I've tried out a bunch of teams, and honestly, I think these are it. Of course, my opinion will change over time with lots of more variations coming out, and I don't have the best variations for a lot of teams simply because I don't use a lot of teams. However, once we get deeper in, you will see that the boost units start coming out most probably. I haven't seen any really stand out at the moment, but this is a first type impression as well. So hopefully you guys are going to enjoy this video. This is just my take, and obviously as we get further along, we will see what teams are really just so destructive. But these ones are the ones that I found do so much damage. Like, it's disgusting. So press the subscribe button if you haven't already. We're on this grind to 25,000 subscribers, yes sir. All my social media links on the left. It's the YouTube channel. We've got Twitter, Twitch, Reddit, Instagram, and a Discord link all in the description below. But yeah, I don't want to hold you guys up any longer. Let's actually get into this video. So the first team I have here is actually Fat Boo on God Key. Now, Boo is probably one of the most valuable units of this leader slot update. Like, he's actually so dumb. He's so dumb. If you have him at Z7, you guys should know that he actually locks in on his main ability. I mean on switching, sorry, and he seals the enemy arts card, which is crazy. Overall, that just causes many problems when you're facing him. It's just dumb. It's just dumb, man. Every time I switch in, and then I switch into somebody else quickly so that I can do a bunch of damage. Especially in a type advantage situation, if you put out on a lot of teams with people that have high damage output, he just causes so many problems. God Key in itself is already OP, so my variation of God Key, I usually had Vados instead of Fat Boo, and you guys know I'd run a healing variation, but I also get that healing from Fat Boo because of his main ability, and he gives 30% of his main ability to damage inflicted by allies, which is insane. Not even including the Z abilities on this team. For example, this guy here, it goes both ways. So he actually gives max base health and 25% critical for God Key, but obviously that's going to apply to Fat Boo as well. So everybody's eating off that. I've almost got my VB at 14 stars. This team here, I've been wrecking with it, honestly. VB and Gogeta Blue are getting Zenkai buff. You guys already know about Gogeta Blue. If you land this green card, that's actually just a mess for somebody. They are going to die in most cases. But this team here, it's not in order this video by the way, but this team here, honestly, scary, man. Cause a lot of problems for people in the first like 20 time accounts just simply because of Boo's lock-in. I definitely recommend this team if you can build it. Number 2, this is another toxic one. We got FSK on Saiyans, which is basically Son family but on steroids. So we're not running Angel Vegeta. Instead of Angel Vegeta, because Vegeta, if he dies, he doesn't actually benefit FSK, simply because FSK's ultimate thrives off of Son family or hybrid Saiyans dying in the battlefield. Yes, Son family there. Ultimate damage inflicted if an allied Son family is defeated. So you can just one-shot everybody if 2 Son family members die, which is why I'm only running Goku's. But I've got Charlotte here because he actually gives health through his Z ability, which is insane, 15%, which is actually a lot. And then on top of that, we've got Raditz here, the main Saiyan Z ability guy, who gives 18%. So that's double health on this team, on top of the fact that you guys know that FSK, he heals a bunch of his main ability, restores own health by 40%, and I believe he heals naturally through other things like here, look, applies the following effects when 2 allied are defeated, so he gets 20% just off that. On top of the fact that you guys know Namek Goku is an absolute monster, especially if he's last standing as well. Like, you don't want to face off against this guy. He has his own quirks that just make him OP. Super Saiyan 3 Goku, the LF, you guys already know how destructive this guy is. He's been in the meta, literally good last standing unit. He has a cover change as well. Explosion, literally explosion of ultimate arts is so dumb. And then Super Saiyan 3 Goku here, he's a strike demon. He does a lot of damage for his strike cards, has the ultimate arts, can get fainted. He draws in a strike cards every time he switches in. This team just works so well. It feeds FSK. It's literally just Son family like we've always had, but because the Z abilities now go both ways, because all of these guys, bear in mind, they buff Saiyans. They don't all buff Son family. So now that FSK can eat off it, it's just that he's a different monster on the same team. So yeah, that's number 2 here. We got FSK Saiyans. Number 3 here, this one is actually my favorite out of all the teams I've used. I will say this team is not for everybody because you will need the stars and not everybody builds fusion. However, this team here is my favorite one. We've got fusions with Fat Boo. Now, Fat Boo already spoke about his lock-in, the healing capabilities, and how it benefited God Key. It's literally the same thing here, but God Key does more damage output off the rip. If I'm running G4, you're getting demolished. If I'm running VB, you're getting demolished. Them long strikeouts, you're getting demolished. Blue card that locks in from VB, you're getting demolished. Blue card from G4, you're getting demolished. Red Gogeta, the way he builds up his buffs, if you are yellow, bear in mind I'm always locking in on type advantage, you're actually getting demolished. This team here, the damage output is so rapid, everybody's buffing some sort of attack, I'm pretty sure. Boo's bringing defenses, I've actually swapped him out for purple Super Vigio, because Super Vigio is actually mid at the moment. But if you just look, man, it's just so much strike, 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 and it's going to cause so many people problems. It's disgusting. It should be used, honestly. I'm using this one. This one's probably going to take me very, very high in the rankings, because Fat Boo is just a problem, man. You can run green, green, yellow as well with the Gogeta comp there. I'm personally not going with green, green, yellow. I didn't like it as much, because I feel like you need a whole color wheel with Fat Boo. But whatever you want to run, honestly, you can switch it up at a moment's notice. It works, man. Fusion doesn't even have a lot of units, so you don't need to mix it up. This is very a specific set, but it works, man. I love this team. This is my favorite team out of the leader slot off rip. I'm not gonna lie, it might change in the future, but this one here is solid. We got here Boo on fusions. Number 4 here, someone ran this against me and then I tested it out, and I tell you, this is probably my second favorite team. We've got Gogeta 4, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta on movies. Now, we all know how great Gogeta is after his unique equipment came out. He is literally destroying people in the meta. He's one of the best units out here that are not a Zenkai, basically. But movies, their green unit is either Metal Cooler or this Trunks here, and nobody really wants to use them. But now that you can bring G4 as the leader, honestly, it's destructive. On top of the fact of how good he is with his unique equipment, you can see I got it right here. He's just a monster. I got Zenkai buff Goku. Obviously, the guy I faced had way more stars. He had like 14 stars and everything. It was scary. His name was God Mori. If you're watching this video, you know who you are, bruh. But this team here, it's crazy, man. Revival Gohan is Revival Gohan. No need to explain that. Goku is Goku. No need to explain that. Gogeta Blue, if you land his green card, is dumb. And then Bojack's Awakened Arts, it will cause you so many problems. Movies is just movies. It's still annoying as hell, but now that they have a solid green, and the green is one of the best units on the team, it's actually a problem, man. G4 on movies is actually one I recommend. You could also swap him out with Boo. I can see how like lots of these teams will have like consistencies, but I feel like with Boo there's no need for it, because Revival Gohan is your shield, so you don't need the health or anything. I would just go for output. So yeah, that's number 4 on this list. That's G4 on movies. Now we got number 5 here. We got Topo on regeneration. Now this is for the guys that don't have Kid Boo. I don't have Kid Boo, but Topo is a different type of tank. You guys know that he is solid on cover change with the sustained damage cut. I've gotten quite high in stars, but my equipments are quite lackluster. But I will say, man, with his lock-in on his ultimate arts, the tanking that he can do, he actually buffs allies, I believe, which is actually really solid. Overall, it's just really good to have him. He restores ally health as well, so he's good for the region. You do lose out on the rival universe bit, but overall it just works well, because the regen is just a very tanky team. You might want to go for offenses instead of this purple girl here, 21, but I went for the health variation because everybody here is pretty solid. Fat Boo's always coming along. Topo is there as the leader, and I feel like because he's so tanky, he just meshes well with regen. Output naturally comes because regen units usually high starred in general, so that it just works overall. I feel like this is one that you should actually try out as well. This one was a lot more fun than the others, I will say, because it was kind of like a risk, but it actually worked out really well. I wouldn't expect Topo to be on a lot of teams, but on regen I feel like he works, especially with the sustained damage cut and endurance, which just adds to the fact that Red Cell is here as a revival unit for the team. So Topo on regeneration, I really messed with this one. I called it T-Gen. That's what we're going with for number 5. That's Topo on regeneration. But yeah, guys, I don't have any honorable mentions for this. I'll probably do this every month. I feel like this is way more lit. Top 5 teams, but with the leader slot, that is crazy, man. I'm very much in love with this update. Overall, ignore this FSK GT team. I'm still trying out more teams, but I feel like this is going to be a weaker one. These teams that I just showed you in this video, I feel like they're actually out there. They're so clear. But I will say that there's going to be a lot of like, just continuous repetition with hybrids and whatnot. Just because there is a leader slot doesn't mean it's always the best fit, because I do also feel like it messes with your equipment a lot. Raw equipment will actually go in the mud, because even though the leader slot does go both ways, it doesn't necessarily apply for equipment. So if you've got that those raw ones that say per tag this, you'll miss out on one buff, which is quite unfortunate, I'm pretty sure. But the actual leader slot itself is actually very, very, very valuable, and if you're using it wisely, you're gonna get a lot of W's, man. But let me know what you think of these teams below. Let me know what you guys have been using, because I feel like there's a lot of creativity here, a lot of room for everything. These are my top 5 units. Let me know what you guys have. Press that subscribe button if you haven't already on this grind to 25,000 subscribers. Yes, sir. All my social media links on the left is the YouTube channel. We've got Twitter, Twitch, Reddit, Instagram, and a Discord link all in the description below. But I ain't got any more else to say, man. I'm going to be enjoying this update. My name is Zakashi, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one.
Please, lend me your